Hi there, Sally Barker here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about goals and how to set goals as an athlete and the language we use when setting goals, how important it is so that we can, I don't want to say manifest, but so we can really work towards actually getting those goals rather than gravitating back towards things that we don't want. So for those of you who don't know me, I work with athletes to overcome performance blocks and slumps so they can compete with confidence and get into the zone quite easily so they can achieve those world-class results. Now, goal setting. Most people have set goals in the past and maybe have not achieved those goals. The biggest thing with goals is to write them in a positive present tense. Now, what does that mean? So present meaning in the now. There's no use writing a goal with I will, I'll try, I want. Our subconscious mind does not process negatives like that. The same as couldn't, don't, shouldn't, won't. So when we're writing our goals, we need to be very specific about this. So we might have an athlete who says, well, I don't want to be playing against an opponent who is always aggressive. I don't want to feel like I am always under attack. So what we have to do is when we're talking about our goals is it's all well and good to write down what you don't want, but when you're writing your goals, you need to be very specific and flipping it around and writing specifically what you do want. So I am an aggressive player. When I play, my game style is aggressive and fast. Can you see the difference between I don't want to be, it's almost like I don't want to be the underdog. And this is what ends up happening because this is what we're telling ourselves, right? So in the very, very positive and present tense, what do you want? It's a part of the human condition. We know so much about what we don't want, but what we do want, we need to be specific. So another example would be in the 50 free, I go 25-50. Very, very specific. Another example could be, you may have seen yourself not quite make the team. You might have been a reserve. You might have been left on the bench, never, not played. So you might go into a season going, I just don't want to be left on the bench again. Let's change that around. And your goal will be, I am a starter. I am an important part of the national team. In 2020, I am an important part of my national team. I'm an important part of my state team. So can you see the difference? Because then you are focusing on being an important part of that team or changing your game style so that you are aggressive and you are fast rather than always gravitating back to what you don't want. So another point with goals is they need to be measurable, also challenging, but achievable. So if we step outside of sports, we might have people say, this year I'm going to win the lottery. Well, that's not really, what are the chances there? I don't know what the chances there are. So be realistic with yourself, okay? Be very realistic, because what happens is if we try and go from here to here too quickly, we can lose our focus because we're not getting there. It's great to have a really big audacious goal, but we need to have smaller ones in between to get there. So if you haven't set goals before, and I'm sure being an athlete, you would have set goals before, but if you haven't set them before, give yourself a bit of a test. Set a short goal. Set a goal with an end date for this month. Even set it for the next 2 weeks and really focus on that. And that can be your focus. It might be that, you might have some tryouts. You might have a tryout. You might be wanting to get into, a national competition. Set your goal in the positive. Don't allow your mind to gravitate to the last time you weren't selected. Focus on what you can do. Tell yourself that you've got this. And also, when you've got that goal written down, don't pop it in a drawer, don't leave it in a book. Put it front and center. Pay attention. Make it a priority. That's the only way you're going to reach your goals. There's no reason, there's no point in being passive and sitting back and expecting it to happen for you, or expecting a coach or a mentor or someone like that to get out there and do it for you. Do the work, do some mental training, and set some solid goals and see where you go. Pay attention to the language, positive language. Get rid of the tries and I will, or I want to and I don't want to. Get rid of all of that. You are. I am. I am a great player. I'm a great athlete. I'm a great swimmer. I've got this. Okay, so if you need some help with that, there's some links underneath. You can click, or you can book me for a team talk to discuss this with your athletes. See you next time.